Now we've returned to source, but we've returned to source to go within, to see the light, to expand literally within the mind's eye. And this has to do with our electromagnetic fields and expanding with our truth. But this is the thing, we returned to source to see the light within through pain. And we're honoring today through this message. This message is here because of course we're creating joy within our relationships. That it's connected to the Seven of Swords. So there's a Seven of Swords situation. There's deception here. There's conflict that we're clearing up within the mind's eye, where we expand with God in our pineal gland, and we're working with our throat chakra. But this is connected to our truth. This is connected to our heart. This is connected to frequency. And we're expanding with our lower chakras and the earth star. And this has to do with what's happening up here within the mind's eye and what's literally happening up here. And how we're working with the light through our crown. How we're working with our light in the crown here and the soul star and beyond. Within our pineal gland, something's activated here. But we're honoring it's been activated through the energy of the opposites because we're whole. And we came here to have experiences just like Jesus. You know, we're not perfect. We came here to have these experiences, and we're happening through self too, and we're healing from deception, lies, manipulation, betrayal, conflict, remember, within the mind's eye. But this conflict within the mind's eye, and look, there's the circus, right? Look, he's left the circus. This symbolism for the circus says much. Because what's happening is peace is being created because of this conflict. We're whole. Peace is being created because of this conflict. This is just like how we turn our sadness into happiness because we're whole. Our great genius is connected to our great madness, right? Our how far we go mad. Because that is that lemon skate. That is that infinity symbol. We can only be so dark before we're light, and we can only be so light before we're dark. And, you know, we can only be so sad before we're happy. We can only be so crazy until we are a genius. And we meet through the center point. We're whole. We see through the illusion. We've gone home to God. We've gone home to creation. We understand. So now we're going to create peace. So there's the forgiveness being honored here. Because something is being activated by the time of this full moon in Capricorn. And look, she has got two swords here, okay? This is so she can cut away and see what doesn't serve her in the 3D and cut away and see what doesn't serve her in the 5D. She has truth within the 3D. She has truth within the 5D. She's found peace. She's found clarity. She's found stillness. She is, you know, like at the 0 point of creation, with creation. And it's connected to our 10 of Cups and coming together. And there's an activation here that's happening between the masculine and feminine through what? None other than the Ace of Cups. And our connection to the feminine that we're going to get into within a second, okay? Because that's how we're going to have a throat chakra activation. Now remember, the child has the key, literally the key. Here we see within the Hierophant, this is the sacred geometry of God, of the all. Coming together here with the lower world, the upper world, and through the middle world, okay, being the center point. But look at the snake. We're about to have a transformation because we're whole. There's a pineal gland activation with seed energy. Now stay tuned because this is getting into sacred geometry, right? We're about to have a pineal gland activation connected to throat chakra, a releasing of the truth with a heart. Okay, but it's happening. Remember, there's a pineal gland activation with seed energy, right? With God. We're whole here. This is Metatron's cube. This is the, you know, the 13 spheres of knowledge, seeking within the dark, the feminine, and expanding it with the matter, the energy. This is key right now. This is key in the shift. As above, so below as well. Now we're clearing up rage. We're clearing up conflict. And this conflict is, we're not acting proper. We're not acting proper. So it's time for us to act proper. It's time to us to become more dignified. We're just elevating. This is what divine masculine and divine feminine said we come here up and do, right? Mission work to expand with Christ consciousness and our electromagnetic field and our light codes, because light is information and we are light. And what are we doing? We're working with our light body right here. We're working with our energy centers in order to expand. Now we manifest something here. Something shifts. We're also going to get activation for this, because we're going to go from here to here. And it's what is seen within the mind's eye with how to act. Because we've returned to source through a painful situation. But remember, we're seeing how patterns of addiction and separation are not allowing us to expand with our electromagnetic field the way that we want to. And, you know, the light wants to communicate with us at a deeper level. And remember, we're light, so we're going to elevate. Communication within the mind's eye. So let's get our activations here. Let's go deeper into this. Let's just get the full message. So remember, this has to do with speaking our truth. We're going to speak our truth here. Right there it is, right there, okay? And it has to do with the Four of Cups, separation. And look at how bunged up and mucky her electromagnetic energy field is here. And she can't even see it. She can't even see it because she's in separation. She needs to reconnect within. She needs to reconnect within and see the light. To see the light within. To return to source in order to expand with her electromagnetic energy field. And she is us. And we are all one. Now, we're having an activation with the blade, with the truth. And something that's hidden, right, is coming to light by the time of the full moon. And any time now, from now till the full moon. And it's connected to clarity within the mind's eye that was activated through pain by returning to source, by returning to the light within. Now we're about to shapeshift, because we're going to co-create with this pain. We're turning it into something else. We're transmuting it. But it has also allowed us to get to our true state of being, because we got activated through pain. Now, we are to apply gratitude, acknowledgement of our blessings. Now, when we do, we activate with this seed energy. That's also what's happening within the Hierophant. This is where we show gratitude for our pain. We show gratitude for what our pain teaches us. We show gratitude for, because we're whole. Our pain is teaching us something. Our pain is connected to love. You know, from pain to pleasure. And pleasure to pain. Everything is connected. You can take pleasure into pain. Happiness into sadness. And sadness back into happiness. Fear into love. And love back into fear. Now, there's a connection within to higher wisdom through meditation. So, if you're being called to meditate, meditate. And this is what's being activated here. We release fear. We heighten our intuition and protection. With an activation of the icosahedron, the feminine divine. But look, it's activated. We've gone from the throat chakra, where we started off here, to the sacral. We're moving now into creation here with our truth. We're about to co-create with our truth. So here is now the pineal gland activation. Remember, it's very important we know that it's connected to these two tetrahedrons coming together, the positive and the negative. We face the negative, and this is the connection to the earth element and the water element, the daughter and the mother. Our emotions, our emotional intelligence, and how we manifest here through the earth, how we nurture here through the earth. With what? The positive, the father and son, the air and the fire, and how we think is in alignment with how we act with it all, with everything. Okay? We're coming together with the cosmic egg of transformation. Now remember, we are about to transform because we're whole. We've returned to source. We've returned to God. So we have our pineal gland activation. Remember, harmony is activated here. With an activation of the egg of life, the key to our blueprint, we're about to double it. Okay, we're about to expand with it. It's now, there's growth here. Okay, there's growth going to be here. Because we're about to evolve and expand, because we're going to apply it all. We're going to apply everything, and we're doing it, remember, by reflecting upon our life experiences. Well, we better forgive ourselves now. Okay, because whatever situation we just got ourselves into, we're going to forgive ourselves because it helped us to return to source and reflect through our experience that we just had. So whatever shame and blame we're putting on ourselves, there's a forgiveness applied here, because we're going to now reflect upon our life experience in order to rebalance ourselves. And this is vector equilibrium. And this is where we use all the platonic solids to co-create. And we reach phi, golden ratio. We are equal to within as we are to without. So we have to be equal to within as we are to without. And that's why we're having this transformation, this activation, this recalibration. So now it's through, remember, the tetrahedrons to take action. That is working with the Father now. That is working with, we take action on it. And it's connected to consciousness revolution. And this is sacred. And we're going to get deeper into this message next time we meet up, because this is allowing us to express our truths. We're understanding why to how here. This is actually part of this activation, because we do understand Christ consciousness here. But not only do we extend Christ consciousness, which is the positive charge, we understand the negative. We understand what is primal in life here. We have wisdom here. We are working with the feminine. Okay, here is Sophia. Here is Mother Light. Okay, wisdom stretched forth her finger and introduced life into matter as she followed it down into the region of chaos. Her halo sacred language, beyond rational understanding, infinite vision and wisdom, united as one level of being, hands the imminent manifestations of the goddess, life-giving nurturer, cradle of civilization, and Kali, dark mother of time, birth, death, and mother lights, living guiding presence of the principle of transcendental truth, goddess of Gnostic vessel of rebirth and spiritual transformation, a guide of the times of crisis of humanity, is now facing, having embraced the entire world in her spirit-nourished heart, a new order of awakening humanity and waits incarnation, wisdom. And this is being real. This is being straight up real of the mission that we came here to do. So we're going to express our truths. We're going to be real. It's time. And our Merkaba is activated, and we're healing on all levels of being. Because remember, we're shape-shifting just like La Luna with the moon. Remember, with Blade, you saw Blade here. We're shape-shifting with the moon, just like La Luna. So we're shape-shifting now, and we've made the right shapes. We've made the right patterns. And remember, everything is built off of vibration, frequency, energy, right? Sound and color can be put back into a sound, vibration, frequency. We're shape-shifting here. So we have to make the proper shapes. We have to make the proper patterns. We know that this world is built off of math, numbers, patterns. So we're shape-shifting, just like the moon. But we are shape-shifting, okay? So we're healing on all levels of being. We are activating with ancient sound frequencies, where there's a rebalance here honored of energy, frequency, and vibration that's connected to a reconnection of our relationships to self and others. Now, this is very important because remember, we're having a recalibration. We're having a recalibration that is connected to 5, the golden ratio, the godly ratio to God. We are recalibrating ourselves with God. And as we're doing this, then we're recalibrating ourselves to others, into our relationships. And this is, remember, we came here to put joy into our relationships, all our relationships, and expand with our heritage within the mind's eye. Because we are expanding our electromagnetic energy field. But we honor that it's happening here, and this is within the mind's eye. This is where we work with universal mind lattice. The sages say that spirit is a circle whose circumference is boundless and whose center is everywhere. The source of radiant core, being beyond time, birthless, deathless, shining toroidal sphere of soul. Now this is big because this sphere is how we connect to other dimensions. It's through this sphere. It's through this sphere here. This is a sphere. Look, this is a sphere. Our energy field around us is a sphere. And this is the Taurus. And it's this Taurus is a shining toroidal sphere of a soul. Thou art always in a love energy circuit, interreflecting, interlacing, connecting every other being and thing in the cosmos, all cells in the body of God, each individual part of the all, that is all of the all. Reflection, interconnectedness. This is what we're seeing. This is when we go home to God and expand with Christ consciousness, expand with everything. This is where we are, where we go beyond our mind. We're not our mind. What are you when you go beyond your mind and you quiet your mind and you are in this? Look, you are in this stillness. You are in peace. Because you quieted the mind, but you've gone beyond the mind. You've gone into the soul. And what are you when you quiet the mind and go into peace where the soul exists? This is the thing. You are this. You are love. You're this. And that's what we're seeing. And that is how we're healing from separation. Where is this? This is how we're healing from separation. And this is what's being activated with this Capricorn full moon. We're not going to go back and forth anymore with our intention. We've been activated with spirit. This is an activation with spirit, and we see how to get to the top now. We see the devil is not going to be able to keep us separate anymore. And we've been activated with this beautiful Capricorn energy. Serious, authoritative, ambitious, realistic, structured, traditional, wise, enduring, accomplished, badass, majestic, competent, prepared, down to earth, corporate, reserved, rigid, and disciplined. And we're going to use this, all these high vibe, beautiful things of this Capricorn, connection to Capricorn here in this energy to expand with. We're going to be the boss. Through what? Our outlook with the ascendant. Worldview, mission statement, expression, effect, role, mark, attitude, outer self, point of view, body image, aura, likeness, approach, impact, first impressions. So we're about to expand. Okay, it's like even like with my fingernails, guys. I don't even want to finish reading this message. Like, I'm getting so irritated. But I've been in the garden and I've cleaned them like 8 times. I'm thinking about how many people just want to shut off not looking at my fingernails. Well, I've cleaned them so many times. I've been in the earth and I used to wear fake fingernails. And I've been called by God to keep my fake fingernails off, to expand and heal. And so now I think about all these nasty ass fingernails. I just want to, and all these things we do because we bring our insecurities in love. But then I can refocus and shift my perception, understand these fingernails have been out with Mother Earth when I wanted to give up and not even be here. And that's the straight truth. Okay, back on track. So we expand here with Jupiter, optimism, generosity, benevolence, beliefs, luck seeking, travel, positivity, lectures, foreign cultures, teaching, pilgrimage, chance, expansion, leaping, exploration, and potential. Do we know expand with love? Beauty, harmony, romance, charm, receiving, sensuality, luxury, wealth, diplomacy, magnetism, value, pleasure, adornment, adoration, attraction, indulgence, taste, and style. But this goes back to, remember, magnetism. Magnetism. Right? Spiritual energy system. Meeting. Yeah, maybe we are. Melting our identity into a foundation of light, extending into our surroundings, transforms the mirrored perceiver into sprouting jets of psychogism. The still human archetype is a vessel of transition into the elevated order, purification, and that's what we're doing. We're getting into the elevated order. We're in a time of purification. That's why we're reflecting within the mind's eye to have this transformation with love. Because remember, when we quiet the mind and go beyond the mind into the soul, and we're in the stillness, in that peace, we are love. We're going to act with it. So the Four of Cups was getting us distracted. So we needed to get into a painful situation. I'm sure this involves separation with action in order to go home to source, to see our individuality, so we could stop fighting with ourselves and heal with our opposition, which is right here. That is our connection to this. This is connected to the Tower. This is where the Tower came all up. And yeah, there is activation of rage. And it's actually connected to a channeled scribe message we'll be sharing soon get closer to the full moon. So remember, we're having oh yeah, let's get back here. So we heal with our opposition because, look, we didn't see within ourselves something about ourselves. We weren't being honest with ourselves with co-creating our 10 of Cups and our happy home life. We're not being honest here. We have hidden motivations with our intention with ourselves. Look, we've been lying to ourselves here. Where there's something deeper here for us to be truthful with ourselves and not have hidden motivations of feeling some sort of way. And like, this is where when you're in a relationship and you go along with something that your partner wants, because you're not being true to yourself and your desires 100%, because you know that they want this and you're going along with it, and you're not being true with the intention to yourself. You have a hidden motivation here with your truth about what your happy home life actually looks like. And it doesn't look like a program. Like, this is what we're waking up to in order to heal from these Tower moments, in order to heal with our heritage and put joy back into our relationships, is to stop fitting into the program. Divine masculine and divine feminine keep fighting with each other because they keep trying to fit into this program. And we keep trying to fit into these programs of the past, and then we keep making these new programs on Insta, on Facebook, on TikTok, and we just want to fit. We're not a program. There's no program here. This is God. This is real. That's why, like, it's so many people can never understand your journey or these journeys. They're whacked out. Why are they whacked out? Because they're full of what's behind the veil, and they're full of being real, and they're full of being whole, and they're full of falling down the fucking rabbit hole and filling it all with love and getting back up and acting like this. Okay? Like, really, like, what that means. What this really means, not with the Bible and fucking being a dick to people and telling people what's God and what's not, and how, and shaming people and saying, one religion's better than the next and all this stuff. No, the actual teachings of this ascended master and what this means. And like, when you see Jesus as a beggar, and you love that beggar, and you see Jesus giving to everybody and understanding that we are one and we are love and we are all, that is expanding with Christ consciousness and what that means, and not judging others and holding space with love and actually acting with integrity and dignity and embodying everything it means to be godly, and for real. So, okay. So we get into great gratitude here. Remember, this goes back to this. This goes back to this. Let's get back to the Sacred geometry. Because you have activations looking at the sacred geometry. Okay. Because remember, we're going beyond the mind's eye here. We're activating with patterning. So we're in great gratitude here. We've shifted consciousness. We're happy for our pain at this point. We're happy for our pain because our pain is allowing us to see how to co-create this at a deeper level. Okay, that's what we're seeing. We're seeing how to activate with the feminine and co-create from our throat chakra through our root with a connection. We're doing it through our sacral, right? So from our throat to our sacral. Let me get it straight. From our throat to our sacral, okay? From our throat to our sacral. We have an activation with the feminine to co-create, because right here we had a hidden motivation, a hidden intention that we were not acting truthful with love and within what we have been trying to co-create. We had to see this within, that this co-creating this has actually been keeping us in separation because we weren't being honest with ourselves within. So now we know how to ascend. Now we know how to do it. Now we know how to get there. That's what's been activated. It's this gift. It's this gift that Spirit activated within the mind's eye to go beyond the mind into the soul and expand our soul with Spirit and continue to co-create this. And we're doing it because there's going to be an activation. Remember, the moons are connected. We're shape-shifting with the moon. There's going to be an activation from this full moon in Capricorn to the new moon in Cancer with the Chariot. And that is what's happening here within our root now. We're going somewhere because the tension restored the motion. The tension restored the motion. So that's has to do with what is all being seen here. So let's get an activation. We're going to the sacred web, and let's tie it all up. This has to do with mercy. This has to do with mercy and a message from the moon in Capricorn itself, just to unleash your kindness, your kindest self. That's going to be the most healing right now, and alchemy with this activation of the feminine and our truth between the lovers. The alchemy that's happening right now between divine masculine and feminine in order to have this activation and continue to co-create this at a deeper level, and the manifestation of this with this Capricorn full moon. And there it is. There's an activation with the inner child and our truth with our pineal glands. Okay. What's being activated here? What is being activated here? Oh, look at that. We're activating with the pentacles. And we expand here. This is where we do it. And it is connected to, of course, our pain. Our pain within the mind's eye is part of our activation. And then we have the 10 of Cups. There is the 10 of Cups here. And it's connected to the 9 of Earth, I do believe this is, guys. I'm just still getting to know this deck, so let's find out officially together. Here we go. But we are getting blessed. That 10 of Cups is blessing. We're getting a blessing from spirit. But we gotta go. Here we go. Here we go. Gaze into the abundance of your heart. Let's do that. Isn't that interesting that we need to gaze into the abundance of our heart and we're going within us? I feel like we should be officially going within us. So let's do it. And remember, we are officially going within us because we've returned to source within. Remember to make the proper shapes, the proper patterns, right? We're making the proper shapes and patterns within. Gaze into the abundance of your heart, radiant like a rainbow. It holds all the force of your desires and your dedication, all that you have cultivated for yourself and all that you have to offer. There is no room for grief here. Any sorrows have been honored for what they have taught, their lessons integrated into a wisdom that will continue to guide you. This wisdom is rooted in a life built around community and through acts of cooperation and kindness. And there it is. We are releasing our kindness self. When you respect all of your endeavors, all of the effort that has brought you into this moment, you can begin to develop more respect for the efforts of others. So look, we needed to see something reflected back to us within to see the efforts of others. When you feel appreciation for all of the little graces in your life, you can begin to experience a reality that is full of abundance. So do you see how the life works? Look, we went through a painful situation so we could see the effort of others and see gratitude, everything. See gratitude in the smallest of places that we could never see before. And it is the activation of abundance with the earth, the north, and the meerkats. When I take time to appreciate all of the little graces, I begin to experience a life that is full of abundance. And that's what we needed to see. Guys, now we just need to know what is happening here then. What's happening there? Let's get there, guys. I'm trying to get there as fast as I can. Hang tight, hang tight, hang tight. Oh, great. I gotta figure out... Because this is such a different kind of book. We're not definitely there. What are we doing in here? It's not there either. Okay. Here, it's the water. It is, of course, the Ace of Cups. Remember, it's the Ace of Cups. Okay, remember that when we go beyond our mind's eye, and we remember we're not our mind, and we feel our soul, and we are our soul, and we expand our soul with our spirit. But look, okay, look at this. Look at this. This is where we're at right now, okay? This is where we're at right now. This is going by the full moon to here in Capricorn. And we're going to be much more still. Now remember, this is because we're co-creating this. So we're having a recalibration with our heart within so we can expand our soul with spirit. We can expand what is negative with what is positive with God. So we had to return to source, and there's our connection to the Ace of Cups and the feminine. Okay, well, that's what's activated next. This is the Ace of Cups right here, and it's beauty. Okay, it's sorry guys, it's beauty right here. And it goes back to what we're doing. We're working with the suit of water and the healer. Okay? And this is quite the activation. it's spectacular too, because you can see that it is happening with the water. It is happening. It is happening with the water. Actually, let's do this. This has to do with, all this has to do with the water right now. I want to get it proper so that when I share the message, guys, hang tight. Okay. Blue, black, pink, yellow, the West. The Oracle, look at that, and it's connected to the Chariot, reflection, release, the Moon, the Source, Yin, and the sacral chakra. The suit of water is the healer. It provides a curative space for the entire range of sentiments, from sorrow and joy through despair and hope. Everything we've is tying it up more. This suit presents you with a vast and varied opportunity to embrace all the feelings that animate and attend your life. Within the suit of water, you discover the strength and faith in yourself to process and release feelings that no longer support your growth. The suit of water is here to help you to nurture more understanding and love for yourself. Through self-compassion, kindness, and empathy, you are able to cultivate more love for all beings. The abundance of love feeds your creative spirit and your soul. So everything we're doing when we're working with the mother. In communion with each other, the suit of water and the sacral chakra hold the space for restorative healing. So when we activate it with our throat here in the element of air, it activated with the sacral and the feminine, with our truth, in order to help us enter the flow of our own creative potential. When you clear and align this chakra, the door to the unconscious and the mysterious void of inspiration can be accessed so that your talents can flourish. Together with the suit of water and the sacral chakra, they will stimulate your capacity to heal and receive, and in doing so, open you to the gifts that you're meant to share with the world, which is connected to our ten of Cups, because this is how we share our gifts with the world, and how we actually share our light, how we actually expand with our authority. So the activation of this card is I like the 1,000 lotus petal. I like the 1,000 petaled lotus. You open to the pure potential that blooms within. Gaze into the lotus cup. Allow your intuition to guide you through the realm of your emotions. Notice how you feel when you begin to let that wise interior voice lead you to the way. You let that interior voice lead the way. Is there a place within where you can feel the resonance of a yes? Can you begin to find more room in your heart for love? Ask yourself how you might begin to infuse love into everything that you create. Remember that true beauty springs from the compassionate heart. Let empathy shepherd you through the sacred spiral of your embodiment. What gifts of yours are ready to bloom into the world? So, true beauty springs from my compassionate heart. Something's going to be birthed from our compassionate heart in this expansion with our electromagnetic field, and I want to see what it's going to do. I'm feeling called to go here, so let's see why. What is it connected to? I swear, Justice. This is hilarious. Sorry, guys. Because that is the throat. Yeah, and the Emperor. So this is now connected to the rest of the message that is in my room, because here is the activation of our truth with Justice. Okay, so this is what's going to clear this up. This is the activation of this right here. So look, there's vector equilibrium being restored, right, with our truth through what? The Emperor, and we know we're expanding. We're having a recalibration and expanding the matter and the energy through what? Action, being in alignment, our thoughts being in alignment with our action within the mind's eye. But look at our connection to the feminine here. And the sun, and look, now we do expand with the sun. We expand from our throat here into our pineal gland, and here is our pineal gland activation. We have the Six of Swords next with the Ace of Wands, where we understand how to act. There's the elevation. We're acting with action here. Here is our root and our sacral chakra, and it's connected to a transformation. We're having a metamorphosis here, from old self to new self. Look, here's the birthing of the new self. When we expand with our electromagnetic field, we're actually going to have a new self. This is it. And we're going to understand how to act. And the rest of the message, guys, like I literally want to get it because it's literally right. It goes back to this blade, and it's right here. 1 second. Okay, we see something. We see something within there's a Five of Swords. Remember, this is the conflict we're clearing up within the mind's eye, connected to pain. This pain is going to allow us to create peace, but we have to clear the conflict within the mind. So we're being gifted clarity. Remember, with the blade, this goes back to the blade. Now we're being gifted that blade with the moon. Remember, the moon. We're shape-shifting with the moon, with our truths. And this has putting us in manifestation mode with the Two of Wands here on how to act through the Eight of Swords. Mental entrapment. We're going to get out of mental entrapment. We're going to clear up the mind's eye. And it is connected to us coming together through the Two of Cups. Remember, we're having a recalibration with our relationships, a reconnection to our relationships through the Two of Cups. But it's happening through a tower moment. So forgive yourself for this tower and heal with your pain. Because here's the activation of the Knight of Pentacles. And that's connected to this right here. And where everything shifts. And it's happening through our connection to Pisces and the Hanged Man. Here is we're forced to see the positive within the negative and expand with Christ consciousness. And it has to do with the Ten of Wands. And we're having a recalibration with how we act, because how we act impacts our environment. And remember, we're having a connection to how we see how other people treat us, like how we're not taking them for granted, and we're being activated with deeper patterns of gratitude for how our loved ones treat us. And it is going to allow us to come together with the feminine, remember, through deeper connection and expand with a sacral chakra activation through what? Healing with the devil and a Nine of Swords situation, a situation that's got us in fear, but it's okay. It's all part of the plan because we're having a new beginning to go within and act and find the light and activate with, through strength, with our knowledge of that we've seen. There's the King of Swords, because that's what we're being shown, and our manifestations are amped up with what? Our Ten of Pentacles, because this is what's being activated with this Capricorn full moon, and to heal from the curse. Okay, and this is where we can't speak our truths, and we're being forced to lie. And because we're being forced to lie, it's bunging up our throat chakra. And we can't house God within the mind's eye properly with our pineal gland. So judgment is being activated, okay, in order to for us to come together. But here, guys, and I don't know where the scribed information is. This is where it gets into right here. Hold on. has to do with this scribed information of the fact that money doesn't make you free in a 3D world. You can buy your way to hell. With the full moon in Capricorn, there's temptations to see separation within the mind's eye. Okay, so we're through temptation, we are seeing where we're separate within the mind's eye. And this is going to allow us to reconnect to telling the truth with the feminine and the throat chakra and heal from the curse with lies of addiction and lies of separation. And we're going to be tempted with running from ourselves, fear, pain, the truth, love, anything out of rage, anger, and jealousy, back again to fear in order to clear this up. And we are going to be making a sacrifice in order to see within the mind's eye right here, because we are taming the wind. We are taming this conflict in order for us to expand. So we're going to give this conflict within the mind's eye away by healing from the curse. By what? Telling the truth. But telling the truth in intimacy to heal our relationships, and the truth of what that really is, not the truth of the program. Our actual truth inside of us, our actual truth that lives within us, not our truth, and that's our truth we're hiding from without. We're hiding our actual truth within us from without us because we're trying to fit into the program, and we don't. And we need to see that within the mind's eye. Much love.